Hello, my friends. Let's talk Attack on Titan. This is one that I have been sitting on for a while. It's hard to imagine that I was still comfortably in the middle of college when Attack on Titan had its first season. It was also the most hype anime I have ever watched along with the weekly release, and the raw intensity of its presentation was a driving force. Over the years, however, I got to see my friends experience the show through binge watching. Having done the same for Season 2, I have to agree with their sentiments. Attack on Titan watches better on a weekly schedule than back-to-back. Watching after the end of the event of an Attack on Titan season is less enjoyable overall, but watching back-to-back did give me a certain advantage in reading the meaning behind the show's message. The philosophy of Attack on Titan is entirely about what it means to be free, and how different freedoms come into conflict. Early on, in Season 1, the first kind of freedom we encounter is the freedom gained by security, also called the freedom from. It means to be free from the arbitrary outside influences that would seek to dictate the course of a person's life. This sense of freedom is the kind that is demonstrated during flashbacks to Eren's childhood in the Shiganshima district. The people of the Shiganshima district were literally caged in a small outcropping of the wall, but with the protective barrier, they could dictate their daily lives as they saw fit. The church that came to worship the walls as God fully embraced this kind of freedom, because, to them, it meant being unbound by the fear of attack. The districts were the most dangerous place to live, but, because of that, also the most secure place on the wall. It was also this idea of freedom that Eren hated with a passion. Eren's main goal was to be able to overcome the threat of the Titans entirely. He wanted to make the walls unnecessary, and to see the world beyond the walls. This sense of freedom is called the freedom to roam, and directly conflicts with the kind of freedom that the walls offered. But when Wall Maria was attacked and Eren awakened to his Titan powers, his sense of freedom was subjugated to the freedom of security. Eren needed to seal the hole in the wall of the Trost district in order to avoid the death sentence. And from there, a new sense of freedom has dominated the series, the freedom to act through power. The freedom to use your power is an oppressive freedom. The freedom from prevents others from using their power against you. The freedom to roam allows you to flee that oppressive force. But the freedom to use power means to subjugate other oppressive forces and other senses of freedom to meet your own goals. Eren and Mikasa, Ymir and Reiner, all throughout Season 2, we saw different characters struggle with who to fight for and forcing their own selfish desires onto others. And what inevitably resulted was a constant clash until one group came out on top. But at the very end of Season 2, a fourth and final sense of freedom finally took root. In the final scene of Season 2, Levi angrily asks Captain Erwin why he would be smiling at learning that all the Titans they've killed were actually humans, and Erwin's response, quote, "Because we've taken one more step towards the truth," end quote. This is the freedom of knowledge, the kind of freedom that Anja sought through her Titan fetish. And in many ways, it is the weakest freedom a person can attain. Levi even criticized how slow and ineffective it was. But the freedom of knowledge has two specific advantages. First, knowledge empowers people to seek the other kinds of freedom more effectively. And second, when you understand the situation you're in, even if you are powerless to overcome it, you can at least take solace in the fact that all of the powers of oppression couldn't keep you from the truth. Thanks for watching, everyone. While I didn't have as much fun with Season 2 as I did with Season 1, that ending alongside writing this evaluation has me excited for the change in tone and where Season 3 will go. But if you're reading the manga, no spoilers in the comments, please. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. And share the video with your friends. I don't pay anyone to advertise the channel, so the only way we can grow is with your help. I'll see you next time, and as always, stay true.